Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this flower, this shape, and this you can use it as a brooch. You can make about 6 to 7 of it, put it together to form your brooch. You can leave it one like this, use it as a pendant or like as an earring, or you can also put it, make it in different components, then put it together to form your necklace. So whichever way that pleases you. You can also use it as a bracelet. As it is here, you just have to attach your bead this way and just put it on as your bracelet. So whichever one that pleases you, just go ahead and be creative with this flower, this brooch, whatever you call it. Thus I'm going to show you is a canoe. Just the shape is just like a canoe, so you can call it a canoe brooch. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to show you how to achieve this design. And it is, I made it with gold and red. I'm going to use the same the same color, but red will be our body this time. If you look closely here, you see that here I use the body, I use gold for it, but in this tutorial I'm going to use the body will be red, while those ones will be gold. So to get started, I'll be working with my 11 seed bead, two colors, red and gold. I have my fishing line 0.30, I have my needle size 9, I have my quarter, I have my flat nose plier. So to get started, I'm going to pick 4. So now to get started, I'm going to be picking 4 gold. Just pick 4 of this gold. Like this. Now I have this 4 of this. Then I'll pull this 4 bead to the tail of my fishing line. I'll pull it. Once I get to this place, I'm going to hold it like this. This is the 4. I'll take my needle and pass back through those 4 beads like this. Then I will pull it. Holding the tail, I'll pull my needle. Once I pull my needle, I'm going to form a little circle here. Then I will make a knot and I'll tie it like this. I'll tie this again. So tying will secure our bead for us. Then I will use my cutter and cut it out. At this point, I'm going to be working with my needle now. The next thing, I'm going to pass my bead through this, my needle through this first bead here, and I'll pull it. Once I pull, I have this like this. It's just coming out from those first bead here. Then I'm going to pick 2 golds. I'm picking 2 gold like this. Then I'm passing it through the next bead like this. Then I'll pull it. Make sure you pull tight. Once I pull, I have it like this. The next thing I'm doing, I'm going to pick 1 red. I'll pass it through this next bead. I'll pull it. Once I pull, I have it like this. Then I'm going to pick another gold 2. Pick 2 gold again. Then I'll pass it through the next bead like this. And I'll pull it. Make sure you pull tight. Remember, this is the first part. Now I'm going to pick 1 red now. I'll pass it through the next bead. At this point, I'm going to step up. I'll pass through this 1 bead like this. I'll pass through this bead and through one of those beads from the previous 2 we picked like this, and I'll pull it. We just stepped up now because we want to go to the next step. So that's why we pick two. We stepped up, passing one bead and the other one together. So now after stepping up, you have it like this. This is the shape. This is what it looks like. This is it. So at this point, coming out of this place, I'm going to pick two gold again. Two gold. I'll pass it through this one gold here, like this. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, I have it sit on the first one like this. This is what it looks like. Now I'm going to pick red. Pick one red. I'm passing it through this thread here. Then I will pull it. Once I pull, this is what I have. This. Then once I have this, I'm going to step up by passing my needle through this bead, this one bead here, like this. Then I'll pull it. We're stepping up, remember. Then I'll pull. Once I pull, I have it like this. Now I have two red this way and one the other side. Then I'm going to pick two gold again. Then I'll pass it through this one gold here, like this. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, I have this. Now I'm going to take a red, pick one red, I'm passing it through this thread here. Then I'll pull. I'll pull my needle. I'll pick another red. I'm passing it through this bead now. And I'll pull it. I'm going to pull this. So now this is what we have. The next thing, I'm going to take two seed bead again. That's two good. Remember, when you get this to this point, you have to pick two. You must pick two. If you miss these two, you spoil the shape for this design. So don't miss this two. Pick a two. Then now I'm going to pick my red now. Pick one red and I'm passing it through this particular red here. Then I'll pull. Once I pull, I have it like this. Then I'll pick another red. Remember, you pick one, you pass through the next bead immediately. So at this point, once I getting to this part, I'm going to pass through these two beads on top like this, because we're stepping up here. I hope you can see just these two. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, I have it like this. We have 4 this way and 3 this way. Now I'm going to pick 2 gold again. 2 gold to step up. Then I'll pull my needle. Make sure it's tight. I'll pull my needle. Now continue the red. So now you have the shape is forming already. So once I get to the gold, I'm going to pick two again. Just pass through this bead here, and I'm going to pull it. Once I pull, I have it like this. I'll take a red. Remember, just once you pick the two, the next thing is red. You start the body. Pick red. At this point, just you pick one, you skip one, you pass through the next one. Just what I'm doing. Then I'm passing through this bead like this. I'm picking another red. I'm passing through. I'm just going straight through this gold here like this. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, I have it like this. Then now I'm going to pick two gold again. Then I'll pass it through this bead here. Once I pull, it will sit on the previous ones. Then I have this. I'm going to pick a red. I'm passing through this first thread here. Just this first one like this. Then I'll pull. I'll pick another red. I'll pass through this one. Remember, you pick one, skip one, and pass through the next one. Then I'm going to go through this thread here, through this thread like this. Then I'll pull. Once I pull, I have this. I'm picking another red for this part. Then I'm passing it through this gold here. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, this is what I have. I'm taking the gold again, two gold. I'm passing it just through this one gold like this. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, I have this. Then I'll start back with the red. I'll pass through the first thread, pick another red, pass through this thread here. I'll pick another red. I'll pass through this thread. I'll pull. Make sure you pull tight. Pick another red. I'm going through this thread here. Then I'll pull. I'll pull tight. Then I'll pick another red. And I'm passing through this gold now. Just through this gold here. Then I'll pull my needle. So this is it. Getting to this point, I'm picking two gold again. Two gold. I'm passing my needle through this one bead here. Just here. Then I'll pull. Once I pull, it will sit on the body like this. I'll pick one red, pass through this first red here. I'll pick another one, pass through this red, and I'll pull it. I'll pick another red. I'm passing through this thread. I hope you can see this. I'll pick another red. Now I'm passing it through this thread here. Just this thread. So once I pull, I have this. I'm going to pick one red again for this side. Then straight through this last gold. Like this. Then I'll pull my needle. Once I pull, this is the shape I have. Then I'm going to continue, I'm going to pick 2 good. Then I'm going to pass through this bead here, pull my needle tight. It will sit on it, the previous ones. And I'm going to pick a red, pass through this first thread here. I'll pick a red again. I'm passing through the next thread. Pick a red, pass through this next thread like this, and I'll pull it. I'll pick another red, I'll pass through this thread like this. I'll pick another red, I'm passing through this thread here. Just continue in this step till you get to the size you want it. Then I'll pick in the last thread now to this side. Then this is what I have. This is the back, what it looks like. So now I'm going to pick 2 good now like this. I'll pass it through this first good here. So at this point I will continue. When I get to the size I want it, then I will come back to show you the design, the way it looks. Then I'm going to start by picking 1 and passing through this first one here like this. This is always the step. After picking 2, the next thing is 1 to the next one. Then I'll continue like this. When I get to the size I want, close to it, then I'll show you the next thing. At this point, this is where I am. I've gotten to this point now. The next thing I'm doing, I'm going to pick 2 good. Then I'll pass it through this first bead like what we've been doing before now. Then I'm going to pull my needle. I'll pull my needle tight. Then I'll continue again. Pick 1 bead. I'll pass it through this bead and I'll pull it. I'll pick another one. I'll pass it through this bead here. Then I'll pull. I'll pick another bead. I'll pass it through this bead here. Another one through this bead. Here. And I'll pick another one here. I'll pull. I'll pick. And I'll pull. I'll pick again. And I'll pull it. Remember, it's the same pattern. Just as you keep doing this, just practice. At a point you start being creative on your own. Just do it the way you want it. Use different colors of beads. You can mix it together. So at this point, this is the last good here, and this is the length, this is the size I want it. Now I'm going to pick my last 2 good. This is the good I'm picking on this side. Then I'll pass it through this bead here. Then I'll pull it. At this point I'll start picking good. I'll no longer pick red at this point, just to have this part to do the same thing I did here at this top part like this. So now I'll start picking good. I'll pick good. I'll pass it through this bead here and I'll pull. Pick another good. Pass it through this. Just the same thing we've been doing. That's the same thing I'm doing now. I'm not doing anything different, just the different thing they just picking a different color of bead. That's just the only thing. Every other thing is just the same pattern, the same thing I've been doing, passing it through this bead. I'll pull it. Okay, good. Pass it. Just be patient with yourself as you're doing this design. Don't rush it. Good. This. Another good. Pull it. Pick another good. Then I'll pull it here. At this point, I'll still pick a good. I'll pass it through this bead. So you see the difference between these both sides. Now I'm going to pick two. That's the last two. Now just pass it through this. It will sit like every other one. Then I'll start picking good through this first one. Pick a good again through this. I'll pick a good. I'll pass it through this red. I'll pick a good through this red. Good. Just like this till I get to the end. I'll pull. Pick a good again. And I'll pull it. Pick a good. I'll pull. Good. And I'll pull it. Like this. Pick another good. Go through the last thread. Then pick a good now. Pass it through this last bead here. So at this point we're done with this design. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pass my needle in between those two beads here like this. I hope you can see. Then I'm going to make a loop and I'll tie it. I'll make another loop here. I'll tie. Then I'll pass my needle just down through this bead here like this. And I'll cut off my fishing line. So that's all for this design. You see it. Go ahead and make yours. Send me pictures on my Facebook page. If you have questions or concern about this design, let me know. Let me have your feedback on this design and what you think about it. If you're able to make a different design from this tutorial, let me see the picture. This is it. Go ahead and make yours. Share my videos, like them, and comment. Subscribe if you've not done so. See you next time. Bye bye.